Now, at the end of the day, right, when you look at, as far as sales and stuff like that, Sony isn't far behind considering the price difference. Considering the price difference, you will expect to see a bigger gap month in and month out, but it's not there. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Now, the fact that the $299 price is coming, that just lets people know that the gap that was is going to be the gap that's gone. You know what I'm saying? It's really going to change up. But sales is one thing. There's other things that developers, are not doing that they should do, and this price drop may bring it. Now, what I'll talk about is this: looking at PlayStation 3 and 360 as equal. And what I mean by that is, if the PlayStation 3 is $299, then you should be able to sell a lot more consoles, meaning that your install base will get bigger, faster, even at a more faster rate than what 360 has been doing. And then boom, you may get bigger returns on your games that come out from this point on. You see what I'm saying? So that right there, that whole breakdown is basically like this. If that's the case, then developers may start taking the extra time to whether optimize or add new features and do things for the PS3 like how they do for the 360 and show that same proper support. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I believe $299 is going to bring. Now I'll give you an example. Now I understand Microsoft makes deals. Sony they make deals. That's cool. But a lot of times things going in Microsoft's favor that had nothing to do with a deal. It's just the fact that bigger install base, cheaper, more return on their investment when it comes to games. So those simple advantages that 360 got, the moment PS3 take away those advantages and get their own $299 price, and they already got great games coming, now the playing field level is more so the same. So since that's the same, the developer interest in PlayStation 3 will be the same. You know what I mean? Now, if you combine that $299 with a banging ass firmware update, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, if they come out with something to help out with their networking as far as their features, then they really be on track. But the main thing I'm talking about right now is like the $299 price tag, because right now currently developers look at PlayStation 3 as an afterthought. It's like the last thing on their mind when they're making games, seriously. And it's a shame because what PS3 could really do is not always being shown, because it's like, why should I go all out for this when I'm not gonna get the same love back? But when I go all out for this one, I'm getting, whatever. So that's just, common sense, right? Now, you see the magazine ads, but a lot of magazine ads was fake. Now, there is some stores selling the PS3 for $299. In Japan or whatever, they were saying how stock is like drying up because they're getting ready for the next console backs to come in. So sales is doing good, things is picking up, right? Now, check this out. I'm gonna tell you this. The moment PlayStation 3 hits $299, I'm gonna get DJ Hero because Torrance is gonna buy it for me, and Weapon X, shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, the moment the PlayStation 3 gets $299, right? We should see, demos on a more consistent basis. You know what I'm saying? That's one. Two, we should see more, map packs instead of this time exclusivity with games. We should see more of this. Like, the Lost Planet 2 demo is coming, but it's not coming on the PS3. So far, it's only on 360. Like, these little malfunctions and these little, Sony's dropping the ball type of situations. When that $299 price comes, it's not just the price that's going to change, but the overall look of the system and the image that it has in the industry is going to change. And one thing that's going to change is, see how Activision was complaining, Sku is complaining, and all this other stuff? Once they stop complaining, you may see their support get bigger and better on PS3. And when that happens, along with the price difference, then we really gonna see what a war is all about. What's the level playing field is there. Alright, so that's what I want to talk about. Leave your comments, let me know what you think about that whole situation, alright? Cool. Now we're gonna move on. This right here is real interesting, and it kind of blew me away because I can see it happening, but we don't know. But a new RPG is supposed to be announced soon. Now, this RPG is supposed to be the rumored new game that's gonna be announced at Tokyo Game Show. But this particular RPG is not no fantasy type of RPG. This actual RPG is supposed to rival the likes of Shenmue back when it came out on Dreamcast. And I'm talking about having your job, waking up in the morning, times changing, like things like that. It's supposed to be something like that. So to me, I feel that's amazing because it's too much fantasy in RPG. Like when you look at RPGs, the first thing you think about is fantasy, summons, and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Why can't a game like Grand Theft Auto have like the major RPG elements and be a RPG, but that gangster style? I don't know. You see what I'm saying? It's good to see that diversity, and this is actually what we may see come Tokyo Game Show. And Tokyo Game Show is a month away, baby. So trust me, we on a roll right now. In the game industry is sick. All right, but if you think about Shenmue and how the impact that game made when it first came out, imagine an impact like that exclusively on a PlayStation 3, you know, coming to a system near you. You feel me? That's crazy right there. So stay tuned to that, because if that gets announced, man, I really feel that not just in Japan alone, but that particular game, considering it's not supposed to have the whole fantasy feel to it, a reach worldwide big time. And all it takes is one title to really make it big, and the next you know you got your franchise, and if it's exclusive, that's another game that's gonna wind up being a system seller in Sony's back pocket. You feel me? So look forward to that, because if it does come, I can't wait. Just by them saying Shenmue Style, I'm like, whoa. Oh, and by the way, them, you know, people, whatever. Let's just say I got a real good tip on it and stuff like that around the walls of I would say okay, you know, Level 5, the company, I believe it's Level 5, not Factor 5, Level 5, and something like that. I got a pretty good tip on it, so you know, it could be coming from them, but all I know is at this point it's supposed to be a new RPG, but not fantasy style, like you know, like with a real person. So that'll be a good thing to see, and a good change in the whole RPG world. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be good. Now, another thing is that this has been said before as far as Sony working on the App Store and stuff like that, but the cool thing about this is that I only heard it for PSP Go. Now I'm actually hearing that there's an App Store for PSP Go and the PlayStation 3, where there's going to be updates consistently that you can add to your PS3, but the cool thing about it is you can add it like on your own. So like the moment something goes up on the App Store, you can just add it to your PS3 and make it better and everything like that, and it's supposed to be a simple process. This is good because one of the problems that we've had was always waiting for firmware updates. But if you could give us like a little bit at a time, and it's like a lot of cool things, and we can just go grab it ourselves and add it to our system without having to worry about, you know, a firmware update or whatever, unless it's just something so major that it requires that firmware update, then that right there is going to give your console so much like flexibility, upgradability at, you know, at one time when you want to, like, you know what I mean? So that right there is real crazy. But the craziest thing is that I seriously doubt this, because Sony 9 times out of 10 is not going to allow it. But if they do allow it to be open, or have some sort of user-generated content where you can create your own type of apps, like if you're skilled in making applications for whether it's iPhone or whatever, if you're skilled in making applications dealing with the computer and stuff like that, and you could, you know, bring that to light and upload it to the PS3 or whatever, that'll be sick right there. User-generated content out the ass if they was to pull that off. That would be big right there for the PS3 and PSP Go, being able to have customized apps as well as the apps that Sony produced. That will be just mind-blowing. So stay tuned, because all these things is up in the air, so soon we'll find out what's real. Alright? Other than that, we about to go on to some Sega interviews. My time at Sega was crazy. You already know what it is. And all I gotta say is Bayonetta, Alpha Protocol, Alien vs. Predator. Sega is no joke, man. They back officially. Official, dog. It's crazy. Anyway, one love and God bless. Check out the rest of the footage. We're gonna be back, alright? Peace.
producer at Sega.
Producer? Gangsta. Oh my god. Alright, cool. Let me know you ready.
We're ready.
Alright. Yo, this is the Hip Hop Gamer. You know what I'm saying? We got Sega. You see it behind us.